What a wonderful introduction. Thank
It
you.
was better in my head, but it comes out the way it comes out. You understand. First of all,
I
Kate, thank you for
know.
being here.
Thank you for having me. I love your energy.
Oh my goodness. First of all, Kay, we got to talk about the show. But before we even get into that, a lot of people probably don't even know your story, and I don't think the Gossip Game is really giving everyone a little bit more of the background on how you got to where you are. Can you tell us
Yeah,
a little bit about that?
I would agree. I actually started in radio in North Carolina. I went to undergrad there, Shaw University, stand up, and I worked at WQOK 97.5 for a few years, and then after that, I moved to Miami, where I did Miami Radio 99 Jams for a very long time alongside DJ Khaled.
Oh
And
wow.
now I'm back in New York City, where I'm originally from New York City, but I definitely do miss Miami a lot.
Really? Why?
Palm trees and the ocean, hello.
Of course, of course. But I mean, you're on one of the premier radio stations for hip hop and R&B. How is that? How did you land up at Hot 97?
Well, I was always cool with Flex and Angie and Ebro Darden, who's the program director for Hot. And they would come to Miami, and I come to New York, and anytime that, I was there or they were here or whatever, we would always just get up, and then we stayed cordial, always communicated. And then I ran into Cypher Sounds, actually, one Memorial Day weekend, and I was, like, going jet skiing, and it was, like, crazy at the hotels. I don't know if you've ever been to Miami Memorial Day weekend, but it gets a little insane.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody kind of like stays downtown because the beach is crazy, and we were staying at the same hotel. And then he's like, "Hey, Foxx, there may be an opportunity for you to, come up to New York for the morning show. There's some stuff in the works. Make it the morning show. So your name came up, so I'll just keep you posted. You may be hearing from Ebro in a few." And I was like, "All right, cool, whatever, hit me. I'm going jet skiing. And then, like, a month later, Ebro called me, and then I flew up for a week, and I did some stuff with the guys on the air, and then the up new position after that.
And what's that been like? This because when you were on radio, everywhere else, was it a morning show or was it more like afternoon, nighttime?
Oh, no, I definitely did the night show. Me and Khaled, we were on from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. So I'm a night owl by nature,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But when I was there, I loved Miami, but it was kind of like the same thing. I wasn't knocking down those doors for television. And, New York is the number one place for entertainment. It's the
Yeah.
entertainment capital of the world. And I'm from New York,
Yeah.
so I felt like I was hitting a glass ceiling. I was there for about 7, 8 years, and I was like, okay, I'm ready for the next big challenge in my life. And then New York came calling, literally fell in my lap, and I said, I don't want to live my life with regrets. I have to take advantage of this, and I've got to take a chance, and that's what I did.
Most definitely, and it's been quite the ride for you. Now it's led to other ventures for you. Can you talk a little bit about the other things that you've been doing?
Yeah, definitely. Well, I have a gig with Extra now. I am a correspondent for them, so I'm really super duper uber excited about that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I'm still doing my nonprofit organization stuff. Like I have Dream in Color, which is my nonprofit organization geared towards children that want to be in the arts. I'm an arts baby. I grew up dancing, acting, singing, all that type of stuff.
Oh,
So,
that's
and I
awesome.
think that's really influenced me in my development, in my life. I don't think if I didn't have that foundation in the arts, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing today.
Most definitely. But
Um,
okay, the big thing, and a lot of people, if they don't listen to radio, they definitely are starting to get introduced to you because of reality TV. The Gossip Game on VH1 is steadily climbing, and people are talking about it, and people are talking about you. And they're talking about,
really? What are
yes,
they saying about me,
oh,
Ken? What are they saying?
you know what? They can't say bad things because you really haven't represented yourself badly. But the big thing, and I'm sure you get this in every interview, the Angela Yee question about the quote unquote beef between you guys. How did that even start?
There's no beef between Angela and me. I just think that we're playing on opposing teams. You got the
Mm,
Knicks and the Nets, and when we on that court, we playing to win,
mm.
and that's just what it is. We're in a very competitive market.
She throws a
But
lot of shade at you, though.
I mean, that's her insecurities. I
Oh.
can't help, I can't help this. I can't analyze the psyche of Angela Yee right now. All I can do is be on my P's and Q's, win, and keep on moving forward. There's always going to be haters when, you are achieving your goals.
Yeah.
So that's expected.
She really,
you know?
she really downplays your role though on a part of the morning show. She says that the reason why she didn't take that position at Hot 97 was because it was a more subservient role as being partners. Do you feel like it's a subservient role at Hot 97, or do you feel like you're a true partner?
No, I'm definitely a true partner. I mean, I am the voice of reason on the show. I am the voice of the woman on the show, So I think that's just a stupid thing to say. I think that she tries to downplay it, but she really knows what it is. And
you're still getting that
furthermore,
check.
Exactly. And furthermore, the history with that is her and Cypher Sound used to host a show together on Sirius Radio.
Yes.
So, of course, if they already have a history and a rapport with each other, the natural, transition would be, okay, well, let me take the person that I know.
Yeah.
So her trying to, throw shade at me saying, oh, I was offered the position, like as if we were both up for it at the same time, and she ended up passing it on, and then no. What happened was that it didn't work out with them, whatever the case may be, and then she opted to take something else. I wasn't even thinking about New York City until it came calling. All I knew was that I felt like I was ready for the next big step in my career, and I was chilling. Me and DJ Khaled had the #1 show in Florida. People still talk about it till this day, so it wasn't like I was knocking down Hot 97's door, like, let me get in, but Hot 97 is a legendary station. Yeah. I grew up listening to Hot 97, and I always told my friends and family the only way that I'm moving back to New York is if I work for Hot 97, and that's what happened.
Wow. Wow. You put that into the universe, and look what happened.
Exactly. Why come back to New York and then be at a watered-down radio station? I want to be with the original.
Okay, all right. If you guys just tuned in, it's of course TKIF. I'm here with radio personality and now reality TV star of the Gossip Game. Foxx is in the building. First of all, the Gossip Game, I love that they were trying to shine a light on media and, bloggers and radio and things like that. But I have to say, with a cast of women, I know that a lot of women try to get away from the whole catty shadiness of, women can't get along. But it seems as if that seems to be the truth, and that seems to be happening a lot on the show. How do you view it now that you can kind of see everything play out as the episodes are aired?
I think that that's just a part of life, especially for what we do. Mm-hmm. We are in the gossip game, and I think that what the reality show is doing now is shining a light on how catty we can even be amongst each other, Mm-hmm. But if you notice, when all that drama is going down, I am nowhere to be found.
You got a point.
If you notice, I'm not with the rah-rah, I'm not about that life. Mm-hmm. If it's going to go down, this is real life we're talking about.
Yeah.
So we're not going to play with that situation. So if you have something to say, we can have a conversation. I'm a professional first and foremost, and that's where we're going to keep it, But if you try to try me and try to, smear my name to the dirt, that's when we're going to have a problem. That's when I'm going to have to come see you. But other than that, it's not that serious. I'm doing what I love.
Well, there were some moments, because, it's real talk with the real host. So, although I do love you on the show, I have to ask you the hard questions. There were moments during the show, like the very first episode, where they kind of confronted you with Angela at this interview that you were supposed to be having with Jazz, right?
Yes.
And you seemed a little like, oh, I'm thrown off. And then when you brought it to the guys, they were like, don't do interviews, blah, 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 blah. And it seemed a little awkward. Did you feel a little awkward?
With awkward with who?
First of all, with Angela at the interview.
Well, yeah, I didn't know that she was going to be there, So, yeah, that was kind of like, I felt like I was being set up. Mm-hmm. And then the way that she kind of like made us answer these questions about each other or things that she's heard, it was weird, So, but, I was game. I'm not going to run away from it. This is the history of the station. And let's be clear. It's not me and Angela that's really beefing. The guys on the radio station, they have their pissing contest, So we're just along with the team, So that's kind of what it is. We kind of got thrown in the mix.
So do you think do you want to make peace with Angela? Do you guys make peace this season? Have you made peace? Have you guys had a conversation?
We really haven't. I just think that her actions speak louder than words. You know, it's not something where I can't sleep at night if I don't make up with Angela. She's doing her thing, and I'm doing my thing, and that's just what it is.
I mean, you know, in this whole radio world, it's a small world, so and it's not a lot of females in it. So y'all might want to get along a little bit, just a little bit.
I mean, yeah, it's not something like if I saw her out and about. It's not that serious. Trust me. I think that you know, propaganda is a tool that they use in order to sensationalize things. So let's be cognizant and clear that this is a reality show, and you know, there's things that's going to be hyped up. For me, I'm okay. I don't have any personal beef with her, but we are in a competitive market, so that's what it is.
So, you know, the thing that I did want to ask you about was when Ebo made that comment on air that was inappropriate, and we're not going to repeat it. But, I mean, I don't know. How did you really feel about that? Were you really thrown off when he said that?
Oh, definitely. I mean, for one, because you know, Ebro is my coworker and he's also my program director. So it's kind of like weird. How do I handle this situation? And my first instinct was to handle it, was to nip it in the bud and draw a line in the sand and say, this is not what I'm going to tolerate. Because then you have to think about for the future when we're constantly working together that they can cross that line over and over again. And I've worked too hard in my career to be talked to like that by anybody, or, you know, I don't care who you are. We're not just going to play those games, you know, and I'm a woman. And yes, our reputation does mean something to us, you know, so it's kind of like you have to be cognizant of that. And I'm the only person that can protect my reputation. So I had to stand up for myself the best way that I knew how.
I'm proud of you that you did, because I mean it's kind of hard, especially if that being your program director. So it's kind of like, okay.
Exactly. And I'm sure I'm not, you know, I hear horror stories each and every single day from my friends that don't even work in media, that work in, you know, she sells mortgages, or my other friend that works at a dental office. You know what I mean? So I think that happens in the workplace, period. But I think that it's magnified when it's in the entertainment space because you're on display.
Definitely. You know, if you guys just tuned in, I'm here with our Hot 97 radio personality, K Foxx. She's also the new star of the Gossip Game. You know, when you look,
am I the star of the Gossip Game?
Yes, you are, because you know. Anyways, I mean, we can we just go through the girls? First of all, in the last couple of episodes, Sharon, the lady with the British accent, that's what we like to refer to her, from the Global Grind, has been throwing a lot of shade at you. Did you notice that?
She's borderline what?
Throwing a lot of shade at you.
Yeah, like I said, when you are in a position where other people want to be, that's just what people do. I don't have anything towards Sharon, you know. I think she's cool. You know, we've hung out before, but she obviously is not satisfied in what she's doing in her career right now.
Most definitely. You know, you because, you know, first of all, you know, you hear on online radio, so, you know, FM is always a lot of people's goal to get to. So, you know, for those that are listening that want to get into radio or want to be where you are, what are some of the advice that you would give to someone trying to break into radio?
I think that you definitely have to know your craft. You know, if you love radio, stay on top of your music. You know, you have to, first of all, get your foot in the door and be around the people that will nurture your talent and your gift. And know that you have to be disciplined as well, and you have to be available. If you do get your foot in the door and there is a position for you to work overnight, take it. You know, don't think that you're too good to do anything. Sometimes you got to start from that bottom, and then boom, the next thing you know, you're here. But there is a way. You know, I think that sometimes with these kids today, they think that you just walk in somewhere and then boom, an opportunity is given to you. No, this has been a grind, you know, blood, sweat, and tears. I've moved, I've sacrificed, you know. I've worked overnight. I went to school. I held down a full-time job. I interned. Like any opportunity that was available for me, I did it. And I think that that's what people really need to understand. You got to be willing to get your hands dirty, you know, for what you want. You got to fight for what you want. And then once you're in the door, you know, you got to be somewhat of a chameleon, because you're going to deal with all different types of personalities. You're going to deal with egos. You got to have to control your temper. temper. I'm sure you've been in situations like that where you just want to, curse somebody out, but you're like, let me grit and bear it, let me count to 10 and get my life together and reassess the situation,
Definitely. Okay, because I've interviewed quite a few different people myself. You've seen quite a few people as well. Do you have a favorite interview that you've had, and why was it your favorite?
A favorite interview. Tyrese is always fun. That's my boy from back in the days, from my Miami days, and he's just so open and honest. Very articulate and very funny, and he's always just a really cool, fun interview, and there's different things you can talk to him about, not just the movies and music, relationships, religion. Like this, I like interviews where it doesn't have to be so limited. Diddy's always a fun interview. He always has something popping off, and it's funny how he dances around questions, but he is, hip-hop's highest paid person, and there's a reason why, Jay-Z is also fun, he's very smart and intelligent in his own way when you actually, get to know him. But that takes time. He has to be comfortable with you.
Okay, all right. So maybe one day Jay will come through here on the show. We'll have to.
Yeah.
Don't give me that little shady laugh, okay? He may. Oprah did.
Exactly. Wow, Oprah. I feel honored right now. Okay, I feel honored.
Look, I never.
Thank you so much.
I never throw that in there, but it was a perfect moment. Okay, but of course, with the great interviews comes some of those awkward interviews. Anyone that stands out to you that was an awkward situation?
I think the first thing that comes to mind is Trey Songz. This is when he had an arm beef with Neo, and he kind of didn't want to address it. But when you come to a radio station, your fans want to know whatever that situation is. They want to know about that, So I can't not do my job and not ask the question just because you're uncomfortable with it. It just depends on how you choose to answer it, And he just answered it in a weird, uncomfortable way, and it seemed a little confrontational. But that's my boy. We laughed it off, but I was just doing my job, and it just seemed a little weird because he didn't want to talk about the R&B beef. But it really wasn't beef. It was more like a friend giving another friend advice, and I guess their egos got involved, and I thought it was cute.
Well, Miss K. Foxx, we really do appreciate you dropping by here to the show. What's coming up? The Gossip Game has a few more episodes. What can we look out for in regards to you, a part of the show? And will you do a season 2?
Well, of course. Well, wait. Let me answer the first part first. As far as what's coming up on the show, I can't really tell you. You have to watch. And our time slot moved. It's Monday nights at 9:30 now.
Okay.
It's going to be coming on after T.I.'s Family Hustle.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. So, but we can't talk about episode 3. Did you see me on the strip on the pole?
Yes, I did. I didn't know if you wanted to talk about it.
That's a great workout. That's something that I do with my friends. On a monthly basis, we'll go to the strip pole class and just get a great workout. We'll bond. We'll, have fun. Catch up with each other and have a great workout. And it's so fun. It's so feminine, so sexy, but it's really an intense workout. And that's something that they actually captured, on camera, which I thought was a fun thing.
Yeah, it was like in the very beginning. I was like, oh, look at Kay.
Yeah,
She's going down the pole. And you, of course, you have your stint on Extra. What else do you want to do, Kay? Do you want to do talk shows? What is it that you want to do? What's the next step?
Of course, talk show. Hopefully that is in the making. But I really want to give back, and I've been doing that on my own since I was in Miami when I started my nonprofit organization, Dream in Color, and also the K-Pop Census Project. And I'm actively doing that right now, where I give young women that want to go to the prom, but they may not have the means to go, because that can get kind of pricey and expensive, like the prom dress, the hair, the makeup, the shoes, everything. Yeah. And right now, a lot of people just don't have the money for those luxuries. So that's where I come in, and I want to make that young lady feel like a princess for the day, especially when you're kind of crossing over into womanhood and you're done with that chapter of your life and you're going on with the rest of your life, because once you graduate high school, that's it. You can either go to college or get a job or whatever it is, but I at least want to make that special night for them, and that's what I'm doing right now. It's my K-Fox Princess Project, where I'm giving some special young ladies a chance to go to their prom and just be catered to and pampered.
That's awesome. That's really awesome. You know, okay, we're not going to let you go just yet because we have to ask you our question of the night. Every Friday night here on TKIF, we have a question of the night. And since you are the voice of reason for the morning show on Hot 97, you can be the voice of reason here on Kempire Radio. Is emotional cheating worse than physical cheating? Makes you think.
Do I have to answer right now?
Yes! You gonna call us back?
I think that emotional cheating can be worse than physical cheating only because there are feelings there, and feelings you can't just go, it doesn't just wash off and go away. I think that people can disconnect with the physical. You know, you can say, okay, I slipped up, whatever. It was just a physical thing. It was like lust. But when you are emotionally attached to somebody, it's harder to shake.
Have you ever cheated on a boyfriend?
No.
Have you ever emotionally cheated?
Probably.
You're engaged, right? Congratulations, right?
Thank you. Thank you.
That's awesome. K-Fox, first of all, thank you for being here on the show. Shout out to you. Shout out to Hot 97. And you can check her out on VH1's The Gossip Game. You said there's a new time, day and time. Well, time.
Yeah, Monday nights is 9:30 right after T.I.'s Family Hustle.
That's awesome. Kay, stay on the line. We're going to jump into some new J. Cole's Power Trip featuring Miguel. You're listening to TKIF Think Campus Friday here on KempireRadio.com.